went and watched Suicide Squad. Me and Amy went the other day, and what was funny, Michael Utze just shows up out of nowhere. He's like, hey, with his friends. And so he sat down with me. But watched Suicide Squad, and it was okay. Like, I don't hate it. I didn't love it. It was okay. The story was somewhat put together. Some parts felt a little weird. Some characters turned into a huge villain. I'm like, what's going on here?
I think I had that one ruined for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to do any spoilers here. Okay, we'll go through the characters. Go from the biggest to the smallest. Will Smith plays Will
Smith.
And,
Wild Wild West, Men in Black.
And I like Will Smith. I think he did a good job as Deadshot, but I wished he would try a little bit more.
I heard that it was the same feel he put into Hancock, kind of bled over.
Not as bad.
With the drunken...
He wasn't drunk. He didn't drink at all in the movie. He was... I don't know. It was just kind of there. Like, he wasn't 100% in there. Like, he didn't try to make a new character. Make something that is Deadshot.
Yeah.
Make that statement that this will forever and always be Deadshot.
Now, who did it better? Will Smith or the CW's Deadshot?
I think the CW Deadshot made it a little bit... He made it more about his kid. Like, Will Smith was like, oh, I got a kid. It was like an afterthought type deal. So it was a little, okay.
Yeah.
Margaret Robbie, though, great. I think she did a really good job with Harley Quinn and getting her backstory. A little different than some things, but I think it was a really good tell of it. They over-sexualized her.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's going to be in a movie. And
yeah,
they're going to do it.
And I kind of hate that. I hate it though because she did such a good job with that. Yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, I get where you're going. She's trying to be sexy to distract people and everything, but it was just kind of like, all right, did a good job though.
Now that was one of my biggest concerns is that Harley Quinn, she's incredibly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
She's not one of those, ditzy blonde women.
She acts like it, though.
She acts like it, but she's very intelligent with the way she uses all her abilities and stuff like that.
Well, and she was a doctor as well, so it's just like, okay, well, that makes sense. She did really well. Jared Leto's Joker, didn't see enough to really form an opinion.
I heard he wasn't in there.
He was not in there a lot. I think it's going to be interesting when there's a full-blown, like, he's the main villain or whatever for the movie. I think he's going to be interesting. Definitely not Heath Ledger. It was more of he was in love with Harley Quinn and he wanted Harley Quinn. That was pretty much what it got.
But it didn't leave a bad taste in your mouth.
No, I just, like, when people came out, it was like, oh, this, that, one way or another on him, and I was like, I don't have enough to really form an opinion, and I think that's the way people should look at it. I didn't see enough to hate nor love. It was just like, okay, well, that's where we're going. Let's see what we do with that later on with a little bit more. Flag was okay. Are you in season 4 of House of Cards?
I'm on episode 9.
So you're in.
I'm into season 4.
The guy that's the Republican candidate, he's Flag.
Okay.
Yeah. Did a pretty good job. Enchantress was pretty good as well. Pretty interesting to see a model become an actress and then keep getting roles and everything.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is her name? She wields the sword. Oh, God.
Wow.
Does it say with a K? Not Kotaku. Sorry, guys. We had a brain fart. Katana.
Yeah.
Katana. Wow, we're really bad today. Katana, okay. Not enough really there. Want to see more. I'm glad she's in a movie, live action movie and everything. I want to see more. Captain Boomerang, he was an Aussie that was like, I'll throw boomerangs. There wasn't enough there. I want more.
Now, a lot of not want to say the lesser characters, but like a lot of your smaller characters, I did hear that they got, with their character development, they kind of got the
Yeah.
small end of the stick there.
The Slipknot, nothing really there. Diablo, though, I think he had the best, arc, in my opinion, out of the whole movie. Loved watching him in this movie. So Diablo is probably my favorite character out of it. Amanda Waller, though, forgot she's like number one. Amanda Waller, great.
Oh, she did a really good job?
Great. I think she pulled off Amanda Waller 100%. Can't wait to see her do more.
Now, that's always a character that I've loved to hate.
Oh, yeah, same thing.
So if she can pull that emotion out of me like she does in these animated movies, then, I mean,
she pulls it off. So
that's good.
So there was a lot of good things in the movie. I think they tried to be Guardians of the Galaxy with the soundtrack, though, because they were using song after song. It would just, like, skip songs, like, all the time. And I was just like, okay, I see what you're trying to do here, but Guardians of the Galaxy, that was his mixtape. That was his music.
Yeah.
And it was more of that character. That mixtape made Star-Lord.
Because that was one of the last things his mother gave him. She gave him the first one, and then she gave him the present of the second one when she died. So that was like a reminder of his mother, and from what I'm hearing from you, it's just the soundtrack's there.
Yeah, it was there. Like, it helped move things along, but it didn't have that emotional connection to what was going on. It was just kind of like a 80s movie that got the rights to some songs, and that was kind of like how it went on that. But overall, the movie was not horrible. It was not amazing. I think it was just kind of there. It was not a Green Lantern by any means. It was like a good X-Men movie.
Okay.
Not Days of Future Past, but just a good X-Men movie. That's where I would put it in the rank of superheroes.
So, like, X1, X2, not X3?
Yeah, somewhere around there. A little bit better, I would say.
Okay.
A little bit better. But it's definitely not, Days of Future Past or Civil War or Batman versus Superman, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it worth the watch. If you don't feel like paying for it, don't pay for it. Wait till it comes out. That would be my suggestion. Go watch Star Trek. That's what I'm looking forward to. I've heard that it's freaking amazing. So
yeah, once I found out like last week that I get paid monthly at the radio station. So once more of my income starts coming in, I'll be able to go see more of these awesome movies people are talking about.
Yeah. Now, Daniel, you wrote a
novelist,
a
Derek
novel
Daniel
here. And a lot of this, since it's just me and Robbie, Derek's working.
Because me and Derek has caught up on everything. So a lot of this is spoilers.
Yeah,
for
a lot of
Zach.
spoilers, and you spoiled something because I kept reading. We're not going to get into a ton of it. One thing that I am pretty interested about, Miss Martian is supposed to be on Supergirl. I think that is really, really cool.
Now, there's a animated TV show that is on
Young Justice. Love it.
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched most of it.
Okay.
Not all of it.
I think the last time we talked about it, you hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah, I started watching it, but I haven't watched all of it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like a lot of people were, saying, be sure to rate it on Netflix and be sure to, use the hashtag because it could potentially get a third season, which I want because the second season I felt better than the first season.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And Miss Martian in there because all you've seen is Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to see her his niece or whatever.
Yeah, it's his niece. Yeah.
You get to see. Yeah, not really, but it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You know what I mean.
But I mean, really good. So being able to see her in the movie because John Jones is already in Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
So and he's the head of the department over the aliens, trying to capture and protect us from aliens. So seeing her come in and just all the different people, and you're going to have Superman and Supergirl next season is going to be
that'll be interesting.
Lit.
Yeah. Fleek.
Fam.
Word.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into a ton of this. I'll let next week. I'll let them talk about it just because I'm not going to read all these spoilers and everything. But there's a ton of stuff coming from the CW with all of this because they did have the Television Critics Association that happened. So there was a ton of news that came out. Gorilla Grodd's coming back. This, that, and the other, and just
now
everything, everywhere. Superheroes.
If you are a fan of CW shows like we are, next year when these shows come back on, everywhere from Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, these next seasons are going to be off the chain, dog.